You mentioned one of the rivals to Red Bull, and I put quotes because there's not many of those as it pertains to the 2023 season, but Mercedes had a pretty poor performance, Laurence, in Austria. They'll obviously be looking to bounce back in their home race. Did you feel like the Austrian Grand Prix was an anomaly, or did we, maybe me, get too excited too soon as it pertains to Mercedes and some of the upgrades that they brought?
I think it's a bit of both. So it is an anomaly, and I think it's always been a circuit they've struggled at. If you just look at the point standings, it was the round they scored the least points at this year. But the upgrade that they brought was in Monaco. So the fact that all the other teams, all their rivals, have brought fairly big upgrades since then means that it's balanced back out. So they took a big step in Monaco, and over time, their rivals have chipped away at it, and Red Bull all the time have maintained their advantage. There's another big upgrade coming to the Mercedes this weekend. So I think once again, we'll see the Mercedes leap forward again. It's also a circuit which they are really expecting to do well at. It's like right at the top of their list. They have this list of circuits where they expect to do very well, the car will suit, and circuits where they really don't expect it to suit. And Silverstone's right near the top. Austria actually wasn't too far down that list, so they were a bit disappointed with last weekend. But yeah, Silverstone, they look at it, they look at the similarities to Barcelona, Spanish Grand Prix, where they had one of their best results of the year. And I think, yeah, there's a lot riding on it. But apparently this performance upgrade is big again. The one in Monaco kind of set them on the right path. They have since found performance from that platform they're now bringing to the car, which will ultimately all feed into hopefully for them, or what they intend to do, make a championship contending car next year. So these are meant to be big steps, and if they're not big steps, that's when we need to start to worry. But I think the blip of Austria, if it's corrected with a podium in Silverstone, or certainly the performance being there at Silverstone, they won't be too worried about it, overall. But yeah, if an upgrade comes and they don't get the performance they're expecting, it doesn't deliver what they've been told in their wind tunnel and their CFD, that's when they need to start worrying. But so far that hasn't happened. It's just the nature of that very tight pack behind Red Bull, with teams bringing upgrades every race and leapfrogging each other.
I know we root for parity, but I have to say one of my favorite radio messages of the season was Toto Wolff coming on to Lewis and saying, "We know the car is bad. Please drive it." I loved that line. I don't know why, but I love that line. And partly it's because I'm infatuated by Toto's accent in all that he says.
Yeah, he does have the perfect, like, kind of, not, I wouldn't even say bad guy, but just that accent. I've watched too many Arnie movies. It's made for TV.
Yes, it truly is.
Yeah. Can you do your impression again, Katie?
No, I will not.
Just so we can roast you for it.
We went through and it wasn't my best work, but
okay. Well,
we're gonna move on.
Next week we'll make it a segment. I feel like Katie doing Toto impressions.
Hopefully it's a better radio message this time around that I can impersonate.
Yeah. Him congratulating Lewis on winning a race at Silverstone would be pretty mega.
Yeah, that would be something.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.